cyborgs, and welcome to Pyjama Sunday from a hotel at night. And you may notice a guest. This is, of course, Acacia Ives. If you haven't heard me talk about her, then I don't know. You must be very new, in which case, welcome. And also, check her out. She will be linked down below. We were thinking today or this evening, whatever, to just chat about, like, the weekend, which we've spent together. Well, not the weekend. What day is it? Well, yeah, we spent over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been like 4 days. And so we just kind of just wanted to chat about, like...
Saturday through Wednesday. Yeah. I got her a super Saturday.
Just chat about, like, making real life friendships on BookTube a little bit. So I think the first time I remember you commenting on my video was my... books I broke up with Book Depository video, which is now private because it just was not a happy video. And you were like, I'll take those extra books.
I wasn't shy.
No.
Well, you were holding up like 3 copies of
4 titles.
4 or 5 titles. And one of them specifically I was curious about. And I think that was really the only one that I was like, ooh, do you still have that? And she's like, no, I gave it to friends. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I think maybe in that comment or in another video soon after that, you said, like, by the way, I have a channel if you want to check it out or something, but in a non-spam sort of way.
Yeah, I think first we did a few comments back and forth in conversation on that video. And then I think you made another video and I was like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Then I stalked all of your videos.
She had like a binge watching moment and
ages.
She's like commenting on I think there was like a good 6 or 7 that were like about a month or 2 old, and there's like an Amanda comment that's like, I love this, and I'm like, oh, okay.
When I find a new channel, I just binge watch all the things.
Yeah.
That's how I show my appreciation.
Yeah, she was really appreciative. We basically spoke through comments for about a month.
And then you were talking about, I saw on one of your channels or book hauls that you got a book for review from a publisher.
Yeah.
And you were a smaller channel than me at that point. And I was like, you can do that? So then I asked you, like, how that worked. And then Acacia emailed me a detailed email about how she does it, because she's pretty much making BookTube her job. Like, she works at least 40 hours a week, probably.
65.
There you go.
About that. It's not that I work 65 hours a week or even 40. It's that I don't leave my phone. And I don't leave my computer. I've always got something.
So you're on call.
I'm always there in the BookTube world. But I send out about 10 emails a week to publishers. I have a spreadsheet of all of them that I've kept contact with.
She means it.
I email them on like a monthly basis just to say hi. It's not something that I take really lightly, especially because for me personally, every time I receive a book, it feels so important to me that I've made that connection that I want to keep it going.
Yeah, but Amanda was a casual booktuber compared to you.
You were not. I don't know if it's so much that you're a casual booktuber. I mean, you got all your cyborgs. You got a lot of cyborgs. And I got a good amount of chaos. Chaotic little family.
Book corners,
Yeah, I got a few of my chaotic people, but my family's still pretty small. And I'm actually really, really proud of the subscribers that I have, but at the same time, like, I would love to grow. And so I think one of the ways that Amanda and I really bonded the most was comparing information on, like, how to learn to do things that we didn't know how to do.
Like, in essence, just kind of touching base with another person in the industry, even though for me it's a hobby, and just, you know, touching base and talking about this BookTube thing, and just, you know, comparing notes and everything like that.
I think the big thing that you were a little shocked about was when I told you how many emails go unanswered.
Well, yeah.
And then I keep going.
Yeah, well, I was interested in getting The Stories of Ibis by Heike Soru, and she coached me on, like, you know, half of the requests for review copies that I send out, I don't get answers to. And so I was preparing for, like, radio silence or a no. But Haikasoru has been my favorite publisher to work with. But I've only worked with two.
Really, really sweet. I've worked with them now as well, and I'm very happy to, and I hope to continue to work with them.
Yeah. Very friendly company.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
My favorite so far has been Bellevue Literacy. And
Literary Press?
Yeah, Bellevue Literacy. Bellevue Literary Press. We're very tired. And
Long day.
and ECW.
So what did you think, how do you think I compare internet person to real life human? I know that we chat on Boxer like every day, so you knew casual Amanda before.
The thing about us is, I think, so both of us have definitely a loyal personality, first of all.
Yeah.
And when we decide we're going to be friends with someone, it's kind of, you have to murder the other one to get out of that relationship. Or at least you have to really screw up. Like,
by friend, we don't mean Facebook friend. We mean, like, inner circle, friend.
So I for those of you who are familiar with my channel, and for those of you who are not, I have a mental illness, and so one of the things that I focus on a lot in therapy is the definition of friend, because it's a really important distinction. There's that inner circle conversation of, like, what do you tell this circle? Well, then there's a circle outside of that, and so on and so forth. When I first met Amanda, we were acquaintances. At this point, I think you're one of my best friends. And I know she definitely has friends that she's closer to, but as a person who spends time at home alone constantly, to have another person on the other end of the line, like, almost all the time, and be aware that they're going to respond is a really big deal. But as comparative, like, to online, you're definitely, she's sassier. She's a lot sassier.
I think you mean grumpy.
No, I don't. Because, like, grumpy implies that your complaining is just completely unjustified. But sassy means she sees things pretty clear, and she just calls it like she sees it.
That's true.
And it's not like she doesn't do that on BookTube, but I think that on BookTube, as much as I love her, I think she really tries to control her negativity.
I do. I like putting positivity out on my on the videos that are permanently on my channel, and I very rarely make videos that are complaining. The I Broke with Book Depository was the most complaining video I've made, and it's been like it's been my most viewed video, but for me my most unsuccessful video, which is why it's now not available to be seen anymore.
Oh, it's not even seenable?
No, it's a private video now, because it was just too much negative energy happening in that corner of my channel, and I didn't like it.
So what about...
Oh, yeah.
What about the faith thing happening?
No, I think you're very genuine in your videos, and I think that part of it comes with your relative low editing, which was, you know, for one reason or another. It, like, you can tell the cadence of how Acacia talks, and, you know, how her thoughts meander, whereas I'm more heavily edited, so it looks like I have all of the things right in order, and you're missing the 30-second gaps. No, I don't.
I've now seen Amanda get frustrated. And so at this point, I officially am like, yep, she's a friend. We're good. It's good.
I'm a human.
She's a human. We spent 8 months, 6 or 8 months getting to know each other online. Yeah. Talking, if not daily, then like pretty much every other day.
Multiple times a day.
And so we got to know each other on weird, good, bad, and ugly days, but then by the time we finally met, we already kind of knew what the other person had sensitivities about. And so a lot of this first visit has been getting to know what those look like translated into real life.
Well, and I think also it's not like we're meeting up in real life for a 2-hour coffee date.
No.
Like, it was pretty much like intense real life. Like, I stayed at your lovely family home, and your adorable kitties definitely tried to charm me.
She really enjoyed the kitties.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, so it's not just like we got to put on, you know, our personas or whatever for the 2-hour coffee date. Like, we've been around each other for like 14 hours a day minimum for like 4 days.
Yeah, and I think the other thing was we both knew that we were allowed to separate.
Yeah.
But somehow we didn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, you know, I get really socially tired, and I think that you're fine with me just being a little bit like, but
we
also,
solved it with Gone with the Wind.
We solved it with marathoning long movies and stuff. But also, it's just like, I can be socially tired right now because I'll probably not see you in the flesh for a long time.
For about a year or so, yeah.
Something like that. Like, who knows?
Like, I definitely plan now to try and get out to her. I have other people in the area as well, so it wouldn't be like I just show up at her doorstep and be there for a week. I might do it to my other friend who lives in the area. She knows that that's always a potential. Yeah. But I would probably give Amanda at least 2 months warning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started really, really slow and easy. Mm-hmm. And it's just been kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah. And I actually don't think it's been all that much different from, like, our daily Voxer conversations.
No, it's just actual immediate responses.
Yeah. Besides, like, you have to respond right then.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been pretty comfortable.
And then as far as, like, meeting people online and everything, not in a dating sense. Because
different video,
different conversation. Today. We're not having that. As far as meeting people online, I think you have to be open to a conversation with a person you wouldn't normally be open to.
You have to get more intimate more quickly?
No, because you really don't. But you do have to, like, if a person comments on your video and seems to have an interest in meeting you on, like, a level of friendship.
You mean, like, emotionally meeting
like
you?
Emotionally,
not
yeah.
In the real life meeting you.
Yeah. Because, like, I've definitely had comments on my channel where it's very clear that they're commenting because they're commenting. And then there are people who comment because they actually want an interaction. And you kind of have to feel out that world.
Yeah, definitely. But I think you know it when you're having, like, a real mini conversation with someone in the comment section. And I also think that, like, us meeting in real life is, like, obviously be safe, you know? Like, I was 88% sure that she was a real person and not gonna murder me.
88? Yes. That was it?
Yeah. Well, it was pretty high. I mean, like, you know, stuff can happen. But I was
definitely in the same ballpark.
I was pretty sure, but you never quite know, right? It's just like when you book an Airbnb. Like, it looks great, but you won't know till you get there. You can do all the research you can. You can prepare yourself you can.
I was 85% sure she was actually going to show up.
Yeah.
That was how that was working for me.
But, I mean, if you've been talking with someone for a long time and you're pretty sure that you know them, then sometimes real life relationships can actually come about from online, you know, friendships rather, not just online dating. Online living.
I felt really bad because Amanda had to come back to my house from the Portland, Maine area in the dark.
Oh.
So she got a real Stephen King experience.
So now when I eventually get around to reading it, I will be able to picture the creepiness of the town.
Yeah.
I liked your town, though. Like, yes, I'm really glad you didn't end up being an axe murderer, because had you and your family wanted to kill me, there would have been no hope for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fortunately, they didn't. They really wanted to like me.
We just really, really wanted to interact.
It worked out good.
I think, yeah, it's definitely, there's an element of trust that goes into this kind of thing. But there's also an element of self-preservation that you really have to take into consideration when going into these relationships.
Yeah. So I think Acacia and I were, like we said, we were fairly confident, and we've been talking daily. And it just, I don't know, it just seemed like I was, like I said, 88% confident. Because you never know, there might be someone who's really good at faking it. But either you were, like, the best actress ever, which isn't the case, or you were just the genuine person.
I'm all catfish. It's cool. Total catfish.
So, yeah. So that was our journey from the comment section to a hotel in Boston.
Yeah. That's quite a travel.
Yeah, that is. Especially since neither of us live in Boston.
Yeah, neither of us live here. We just kind of ended up in a large hotel, and yeah.
So I think on my channel, and also Acacia's, you will be looking forward to book hauls from our travels, because that's been happening.
This one can't buy a single book, because she's, like, completely determined.
This one can't let me stay in her house without giving me 4 books before we even leave to go book shopping in Boston.
I couldn't, You seem to be under the impression that I wouldn't have sent them.
Well, in any case,
things would have shown up at her doorstep.
There's a
anyway.
finite number of books I can fit into my bags onto the plane. But in any case, you'll have that to look forward to. It's fine. It's a good problem to have, I think.
No, it is a good problem to have.
Okay, well, until next time, I hope that you are safe on the internet and in real life, but are also meeting some lovely people, and continue to be lovely. Also, thank you, patrons. You're awesome, and I hope you're having a good day and buying books and meeting friends and everything like that. Bye!
Yay, patrons!
Okay.